Basically, what this topic deals with is the interplay between the technology, most likely the new technology that is going to come in the future, or more specifically now this hype topic, hot topic, future internet, with, on the top of that, the society and the economy. The technology certainly in our area includes the network, but not only that, it also includes the services and the content on top of this network. And the society, this is us. This is the users, the consumers, but of course on the other side also the providers, content providers, service providers, network operators, ISPs, and not to forget the government, European Commission, national governments. And there's this interplay between the technology and, let's say, the human society and economy that creates certain issues that we are trying to look at. On one hand, there are social aspects like self-interest and maliciousness of people. Not everybody is trying to act in a good way. Some people also try to harm the technology, to harm other users, other providers. And so means like reputation and trust, as we have also heard this morning, are very important to consider. But also issues like privacy and identity are things that are becoming more and more important in the internet. On the other side, there are economic aspects that are very important. Providers are trying to establish business models that are protecting their investments. Regulation sometimes has an impact, or very often has an impact, on prices. Governments are, of course, in the favor of the users, trying to push down prices for the technology. Markets are a means for providers and customers to meet and to basically agree on the best possible prices that are allowing the providers to save their investments, the costs that they have put into this infrastructure. Demand, of course, is something that drives the economic aspects very much. And utility, of course, is the user's needs that he has is something that, of course, drives this demand. And last but not least, of course, the big question is how much shall the user pay in the end for this technology, for this network. So this interplay is what we are looking at in this future internet socio-economics area. In order to discuss all these different aspects, we have formed a working group, as mentioned initially. This basically has been established at the first meeting, or in preparation of the first meeting at the Future Internet Conference in Bled in spring this year. I assume that most of you are aware of this conference. We have had a panel there on socio-economic aspects in the future internet, and we discussed there quite diverse topics, including business, society, regulatory issues, user behavior, trust and reputation, dangers of divergence in possible ideas of the future internet, but also dangers in terms of IPv6 technology, for instance, not being able to be deployed, and of course internet governance aspects. The conclusion was that all these diverse topics are so diverse that it's necessary to have some kind of structure, to have some kind of agenda on focusing on particular aspects that would allow us to have in the end a result on basically this topic area that would allow us to structure the future internet architecture and services. So basically, with this working group, what we are trying to do is to establish a network among people who are interested in this topic, to collaborate with each other. And we have established for that a wiki page where, if you're interested, you can participate, you can leave your comments. We have also written a white paper. I will come to that back later on. And of course, there are additional meetings where we foresee collaboration. There are at this time a lot of projects involved, and this list is growing all the time. We have people from content area, we have people from networking area, and we have people also from services area. So this is really a cross-domain topic. Socio-economics of the future internet is one working group within a number of working groups in this future internet cluster. We have strong links with, of course, other clusters like identity and trust, for instance, but also with management and governance cluster. But within the socio-economics, we are really trying to focus on particular aspects that are not necessarily dealt with in others. This includes socio-economics in general, but also socio-economic aspects with relation to content production, socio-economics aspects in terms of universal internet services, internet services available to anybody, but also socio-economic aspects with respect to services, software lifecycle, system customization. These are all aspects that we are trying to address in this working group. So certainly there are some topics, like for instance pricing and business models, that are really important for all the different domains. On the other hand, there are also topics like for instance network neutrality, bandwidth market, that are niche topics that are very important in a certain domain, but maybe not so much in the other domains. Similarly, Creative Commons, for instance, in the content area, and trust and reputation, which are mainly important in the services and content area. The baseline here is socio-economics is really trying to mediate between these different domains and trying to pick those topics that do not directly fit in a particular domain. But at the same time, we do not want to be just a trash bin for any topic, so we really want to give this area a structure and an agenda.